Hello, my name is Edward Brown of the Core Edge Image and Charisma Institute, and today I want to talk about how to find your niche, specialty, or passion for a company. One of the things I receive all the times in phone calls and emails is, Ed, I know you're passionate about charisma and charismatic leadership, but how did you get into the business? And without getting into a long, drawn-out trial and tribulation dynamic that anyone in business probably knows about, I would say that it started out with passion as a child, trying to find out that one thing that connected me to where I was as a child to where I am now. And I would say that being a child in 1970, grew up in a public housing complex, it lent itself to me seeing a lot of colorful figures. I'm from the 1970s, so I saw the likes of Earth, Wind & Fire, to Evel Knievel, to Dr. J, the basketball player. So all these things were going on in the 1970s, and I was so enamored by it. I was like, wow, why am I feeling this way? I went to Earth, Wind & Fire concert, and for 2 or 3 days I was mesmerized by people levitating and the pyramids going up and exploding. I mean, it was a fascinating time to live. So I took all that passion in the 1970s and tied into an interest I have now. But don't get me wrong, it was not an easy task to find that interest. I started out as a motivational speaker, and after my business failed in 2001, after 9/11 attacks in New York and D.C., I determined that I needed to find something that was more specific and niche. So I went back to my childhood and found that this was my passion: charisma, charismatic leadership, those personalities that are bigger than life, that move you and stir you in ways that you could never imagine, and feel ways that no one else has made you feel. And so first, find out that magic, that passion that you have, that you can throw your whole life into. Secondly, after you find your passion, just because you built it doesn't mean they will come. You have to go into the marketplace and ask yourself, where are the gaps, where are the voids, where are the things that I can fulfill that will lend itself to people, one, seeing value, and two, being willing to buy that value. Because I think that many times we have passion for certain things, but invariably believe that because we like it, everyone else will like it. And that's not necessarily how it works. You have to really find a connection between your passion in the marketplace. And thirdly, finally, you have to execute. It's one thing to have a passion, it's one thing to find a void or a niche in the marketplace, but you also got to execute. And I think my research suggests that you have to do massive execution. You got to constantly be doing something every day towards that ambition. So find that passion, determine the voids in the marketplace, and execute. Relentlessly pursue something, do something every day, write an article, do a YouTube video, do something every day that moves you towards filling that void, that gap in the marketplace, and you will find your way in the long run. Thank you. My name is Edward Brown. If you want any more information, how to be more charismatic, persuasive, and influential, look down at the tab Prince of Charisma, and you will have the information you need.